1, 2, 3, let's switch this up.
Starting from rest when going ahead, the transverse thrust effect will tend to swing the stern to starboard and the bow to port. The engines working ahead cause the propeller to drive a spiral flow of water towards the rudder, or screw race. So, the helm can be used to counteract the effect of transverse thrust.
My name is N-S2A4 Jr. and I will explain the moving at steady speed ahead. As you can see, pivot when moving ahead with constant speed, there are two factors to deal with the forward momentum of the vessel and the longitudinal resistance of the water ahead of the vessel. When we put the stop going ahead, the ship will start to point on the ahead.
Good day! So I will going to answer the question for number 3, which is a ship moving ahead with engine stop. So the best method to perform in this kind of scenario is the inertial stop method. Why? As you can see in the picture that I presented, when the engine of the ship is stopped, the ship will continue moving in the same direction for some more distance due to inertia. Here, no astern command is given, which is used to produce braking effect for the ships, and hence, ship will travel more distance in the inertia stop method.
Starting from the rest when going astern. So, when we say starting from rest is going to astern, the transverse thrust effect will tend to swing the stern to starboard and to the bow, to the port. The engines working ahead cause the propeller to drive a spiral flow of water towards the rudder, screw race, so the helm can be used to counteract the effect of the transverse thrust.
Today, I'm Midshipman Bsmt from N-S2A4, and today I'm going to discuss about the ship moving steady speed astern. Moving at steady speed astern, the transverse thrust effect is reduced as the ship gathers sternway, so the tendency to turn is less than when starting from rest. The rudder may become effective if the vessel moves astern rapidly, but for many ships, the steering effect is unpredictable.
The study of ship maneuvering originated from the need to design ships with maneuverability characteristics that either meet specific requirements. Turning circle diameter or tactical diameter was an early specified requirement, or were reasonable for the ship's mission, as the mathematical theory and hydrodynamics of ship movements advance. More accurate computer-driven mathematical models were developed to represent and predict ships' trajectories.
So, my name is N-S2A4 and this is my exercise number 2. I will explain the transfer of ship maneuvering. Its transverse distance travel while the ship makes a 90-degree change in heading. More definitely, its distance between the original direction vector of the ship and the point when it can completely headed starboard, and its second phase of turn. Distance travel in the direction of the original course by the midship point of a ship from the position at which the rudder is given to the position at which the heading has changed to 900 from the original course.
So for the third question, in exercise number 2, what is a tactical diameter? So a tactical diameter is a measurement of the amount of turn a vessel can make. Thus, it is measured as the distance between the ship's original direction vectors at steady heading and those in the last phase of its turn when steady state is achieved. In example, the ship has changed its heading by 180 degrees. In other words, tactical diameter is the distance conquered in a complete turnaround at a constant rudder of its course.
Good day, I'm Midshipman Liberato Vincent from N-S2A4, and today I'm going to discuss about the drift angle of a ship. Drift angle is the angle between the axis of a ship when turning and the tangent to the path on which it is turning. The drift angle at any point along the length of the ship is defined as the angle between the center line of the ship and the tangent to the path of the point. When a drift angle is given for the ship without any specific point being defined, the drift angle at the center of the gravity of the ship is usually intended.
Stopping ability is measured by the track reach and head reach. Realized in a stop engine full astern maneuver performed after a steady approach at the test speed until ahead speed in ship's coordinates changes sign. So, the track reach is defined as a distance along the vessel's track that the vessel covers from the moment that the full astern command is given until ahead speed changes sign, while the head reach is defined as a distance along the direction of the course at the moment when the full astern command was given. The distance is measured from the moment when the full astern command is given until the vessel is stopped dead in the water.
My name is Javier and I will explain my exercise number 3, which is head reach and track reach used on ballast condition using crash stop. Crash stop is usually the time used when the ship has to sudden stop in emergency situation. So here the engine, which is the moving in a head direction, is giving an order for full astern, leaving the rudder in the midship position to stop the ship with the minimum distance at the shortest possible time. Yung crash stop is yun yung usually term na ginagamit ng tao, ng mga marino na kapag ito ay huminto sa emergency situation.
So the third question for exercise number 3 is head reach and track reach on loaded condition using rudder cycling method of stopping the ship. So the rudder cycling is the most effective way to stop a ship without changing the heading. It uses the resistance of water underwater hull area to reduce the speed of the ship. So if we want to know how it is done, considering the port side is safer than the starboard side. So first, put the rudder on the hard to port side. When the ship has turned to 20 degrees from the original course, put telegraph to half ahead when the ship's heading is 40 degrees from the original course. Put the rudder on hard to starboard. When the ship's heading just starts to turn to starboard side, make the engines on slow ahead when the ship's heading has returned to the original course. Put the rudder to hard to port. When the ship just start to turn to port, put the engine to dead slow ahead. When the ship's heading return to original course, put the rudder on hard starboard to check some of the port swings. When the ship still has some rate of turn to port, put the rudder midship and go full astern to the engines to stop the ship. So, the rudder cycling will stop the ship at considerable lesser distance, but we do not need to use rudder cycling only to stop the ship. We can also rather use the rudder cycling when we need to reduce the speed of the
Head reach and track reach on the ballast condition using the rudder of the cycling method of stopping the ship. So, first, we must learn what is track reach. Track reach is a distance along the vessel track that the vessel covers from the moment that the full astern command is given until the head of speed changes the sign. And now, head reach. So, let us explain what is head reach. Head reach is a point of distance along the direction of the course at the moment when the full of astern command was given to it.
Good day, I'm Midshipman Liberato Vincent from N-S2A4, and today I'm going to discuss about the head reach and track reach on ballast condition using inertia stop method. When the engine of the ship is stopped, the ship will continue moving in the same direction for some more distance due to inertia. Here no astern command is given, and hence ship will travel more distance in the inertia stop method. When the engine is given stop order, the ship will continue moving in the same direction due to inertia and will come to stop after moving for some distance.
The best method to perform in this kind of scenario is the inertia stop method. Why? As you can see in the picture that I presented, when the engine of the ship is stopped, the ship will continue moving in the same direction for some more distance due to inertia. Here, no astern command is given, which is used to produce braking effect for the ships, and hence, ship will travel more distance in the inertia stop method.